Hey, good afternoon, Leadership Excellence with Chris Baker Crowd. Just a little after 5 or 5:12 today that I wanted to come to you and have a little chat as usual with my sort of late afternoon, early evening conversations with you to help guide you through this current crisis. You'll see as well that I got frustrated with the heat and long hair, so I actually took the clippers out and did my own haircut today, so it may not be the best, but hey, it's cooler. So this again is one of those things, right? We talked about how there are things you can control and there's things you can't control. I can't control the fact that the hairdressers, the barbershops are closed. All right, rightly so. I can't control that, but what I can control is what I can do about it. So there's no point like sitting and feeling sorry for myself. I'll get on and actually do something about it. So that's what I did. Anyway, the topic for today, and it's only going to be like 5-10 minutes, but I'm talking about employee engagement and how engaged are you in your work? And I did put in parentheses there when you're not furloughed, of course. But excuse me, how engaged are you? And this came about because I'd been studying before a Gallup poll on basically the state of the world. It's called the State of the Global Workplace, and it was done in 2017, and they took data from 2014, 15, and 16. And what they looked at for worldwide, this is at the moment, is worldwide there's only about 15% of employees are actively engaged in their work. 15%. That's really low. 66% of the workers are disengaged and 18% are actively disengaged. So again, if you think of the 18% that are actively disengaged, well, they seriously need to do something about it. But let's look at the 66% that are disengaged. That means that they could like their job, or they did like their job once, but something's going on at the moment that is stopping them liking their job. The 15% that are engaged are in the right roles. So the 66% are the people that really want to try and appeal to and say, why is that, right? Why are you in that role when you're not engaged in it? What is it that is making you not feel engaged? Is it the job itself? Is it your co-workers? Is it your leadership? Is it the company? Is it that you're doing a job for a quote unquote safe job because you don't want to rock any boats, or you're earning a decent wage, but you're seeing yourself through to retirement? Well, let's be honest, that's not a good place to be in. Right? It really isn't. You need to be, ideally, you want to be working in your strength zone. And you want to be working in your strength zone for a company that whose purpose aligns with your own purpose. Now, that of course assumes that you know your purpose. All right, this is why I wrote my book, 10 Steps to Freedom, that I know some of you have read. If you haven't, shame on you, but you can get it on Amazon.com. 10 Steps to Freedom by Chris J. Baker. But in that book, I'll talk about the 10 steps that you can take to get from where you are now to where you want to be. And where you are now may not be a bad place, right? You may be like, okay, but is okay good enough? Do you want more? You're worthy of more. My podcast is called Maximize Your Potential because I believe that we all have unlimited potential. And I believe that we all should be able to tap into that potential and maximize it every day. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to max out our total potential because, as I say, that's unlimited. What it means is that each day we can rise to the best that we can do for that day. We can be better every day. And, I'll talk about in the book, I'll use the quote, are you happy living under the average limitations imposed on you by other people, or are you ready to rise to the greater expectations of your inner self? Now, I, for one, for the longest time, was living under the limitations imposed by others. And then I realized as I was turning 50 that, hey, that's no way to live. I don't want to live like that for another 15, 20 years of my working life. I want to actually make something of my life. I want to make a difference. I want to add value to other people. I want to be an influencer that helps people to find their way in life and achieve the things that they want to achieve. And that's why I set out on that quest. That's why I do what I do now, as well as my role at Disney, when I'm there. But at Disney, even then, in that role, this is what I aim to do in that role. So what are you doing now to understand where you are, who you are, where you want to be, and then start looking at how you want to get there? That's why I hope you're in this group, because this is about you. It's about your awareness. But it's then also, well, how do you keep increasing that awareness? Because here's the thing that I know: we all perform to the best of our abilities based on the level of awareness that we're at that time. Right, so that's an important concept, right? An important thing to look at. If you believe somebody is underperforming and not trying their best, it's probably their level of awareness is low. So they are performing to their best based on their level of awareness. So how do we increase their performance? We increase their level of awareness. Right? Because as you learn more, you realize you can do more. But you've got to learn that first. And that's why we all need coaches. We need mentors. That's why I come and bring this group to you. And, I hope you find value in it. If you do, then great, let me know. Send some comments, post in the group. Everyone's free to post in this group. If you don't, you're free to leave the group, in all honesty. I'm not forcing anybody to stay in the group. I want people in the group that want to be here. I want people in the group that want to learn, that want to contribute. Well, I'm here to help you. Whether that be through the free things that I do here or paid things. If you want some coaching, I'll be a coach. I am a coach. I'll offer you, if you come through this group, I'll offer you a really subsidized rate to get going. I'll even give you a free one-on-one session to start with, right? A 30-45 minute session to get going. But look at the free resources that I've got. I've got this. I've got the podcast. There's other things that I'll do for free, like the Developing the Leader Within You 2.0 4-week masterclass that starts next Monday. You can still sign up for that. Right? That's free. It's 4 Mondays for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer each Mondays. But you're going to learn something from it. There's other things that are low cost. And again, I'm not advertising that and this. I just want to bring you value and add value. So what I want you to start thinking about, what is your purpose? Who are you? All right? What excites you? What gives you that sort of feeling inside, the adrenaline that makes you want to go and bust through a wall to get to the other side? What is it that actually motivates you? And it's not money. Before you say that, it's not anything material. The material things are the consequence or the result of what it is that, why you want to do it. So go down and drill down into that. And again, I've got things that I can help you with on that, whether it be the one-on-one coaching or whether it be other programs. But you need to identify your purpose, your why. That's who you are. Why you do what you do. The next stage is to create and design your vision. Right? The vision is where do you want to be? Right? Now, this should be a grand, scary, audacious vision. Right? It shouldn't be something small. It shouldn't be like, I want a 5-bedroom house, or I want to be a manager in my current position. That's not a vision. They're stepping stones. They're goals. But what is the vision that you want? If you could design and create your ideal life, what would it look and feel like? Who would be in it? How would it make you feel? What are the emotions that it brings? The vision and your purpose should be aligned. Right? And then the last thing we do is start working on the strategy. The strategy is how we're going to get there. Right? And we're going to look at that one step at a time. You don't want to look at 5, 10, 15 years, what am I going to be doing? Who knows? Right? You really don't know. Who would have thought 4 months ago that we would have been in pretty much a lockdown situation with Disney being closed for over a month now? Nobody would ever. It's never happened before, right? So nobody ever would have imagined that. So if you'd planned like steps for the future, they're all out of the window now. All right, so we look at planning what's one step, put one foot in front of the other. Now that could be joining the Developing Leader Within You 2.0 4-week masterclass. It could be joining the Turning Adversity into Advantage 8-part course, which, yes, there's a cost of that at $99, but it could be that. It could be joining in June when I launch it, the mastermind community. Who knows what it could be, right? It could be having one-on-one coaching. Depends on you. Right? You can't control the situation that we're in, but what you can control is what you do about it. You can control your actions. And if you sit back and wait, guess what? Nothing's going to happen any different. Right? Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the only day you can make a difference. If you wait until we're out of this virus to start preparing for what you're going to do, it's too late to prepare. Right? You're already into it. You're behind the game straight away. Those who prepare now will be in a position to take advantage and be the forefront when we come out of this pandemic. They'll be the ones that will be the leaders. They'll be the ones that will see the opportunities because they're prepared, they're ready for them. I want you to be one of those. That's why you're in this group. Well, I hope that's why you're in this group. Anyway, put some comments in there. Let me know what you think. Ask any questions. Feel free to post in the group. Anyone can post. It's not just me. Right, it's your group. Right, let's start some comment threads going. Let's see what we're going to do and how we're going to make a difference. What are you doing now to make a difference? You know, as my friend Jay Goff says, we do our Wednesday evening show, but he uses it a lot, calls it a Jayism. When is now a good time to get started? All right, so enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm off for a run in a bit when it cools down a little bit, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.